All right. Oh, a big load of hay there. It's like, hey. Okay, here's what happened. So I got out of my car, no problem. Got back into my car, obviously. So you saw my Ninja move to the gas pump. I started pumping the gas, and then I realized I was putting in Supreme. Yeah, 91, right? I was like, uh-oh. No wonder it was a 181 something a liter. Okay. Then it topped out at 30 bucks. Big load of hay. Couldn't see past him there, so he's like, yeah, go. There's a bit of a snow bubble there that was stuck in there. They're spinning. But anyway, it's like, okay, no problem. I looked, 30 bucks. I go in, I thought, well, geez, that's pretty good for 91. And the girl was like, 54 something. 54 or 58, I think is what she said. And I'm like, what? Really? She goes, yeah, it's the only pump that, there's no pump showing 30 bucks. I said, okay. She goes, you want to go check again? I said, yeah. So I went and checked again. Like, I believed her. I just thought, oh, how did I screw it up? I was looking at the liters. You know, how convenient for me, right? And anyway, looking at the liters, and it was like 30 liters for 54 or something. So, I think there's like a 40 or 50 liter tank. It's not very big, right? So I'm like, okay, well, whatever, you know, sorry about that, you know. Hopefully he likes it. I'm gonna find out, I guess. Maybe I'll blow up, don't want to blow up the silver pellet. If I can help it, but maybe the gas is too hot for it. Who knows? You're gonna light me on fire, man. But yeah, so I'll give the engine a good. Like, if I ever had a new vehicle, right? It would, for me, it would probably last like 30 or 40 years, just because, you know, I would take care of it right from the day one. Where most people, it's like, oh, it's a new vehicle, I don't have to do this, I don't have to do that. They don't do any maintenance on it. But if you did maintenance on a brand new vehicle right from day one, you would probably get way further out of it than you'd imagine. You know what I mean? And I mean, yeah, sure, there's things that you have to, you know, replace every now and then, you know, stay on top of whatever. Yeah, I get all that. But it's just like, if you don't let things get bad in the first place, they rarely become a problem later on, right? But when you let everything just rust and corrode and everything like that's when you get all the problems, right? Yeah, it's a little bit smoother on the 91. I still think the Seafoam is the ultimate, and the carpet. I'll have to stop and see my buddy after. Hopefully I can get into his driveway. I don't want to get stuck in there, eh? So. Yeah, so interesting stuff anyway. So 91 octane. Like, I wouldn't put 91 in my truck, because number one, it's not good for, like, those big engines aren't really meant for high octane like that, because they'll ping. You do it maybe once in a while, and you definitely don't put ethanol in if you can help it. But however, the government, because they invested so much in ethanol farms and stuff like that, like 10 or 15% of your fuel in Canada is ethanol. I don't know about the States, but I can imagine it's kind of the same. You know, OPEC is OPEC, right? You know, Shell is Shell, you know, whatever. You know, the gas companies are the gas companies, right? And they'll mix whatever blend, like you got winter gas and summer gas, which is different. Yeah. run 91 if I can. You know, like if a lot of places don't have, like a lot of people can't afford. Like I remember back in the 90s, I was running like 94, 98. You know, especially in the bikes, right? But not all my vintage bikes didn't like the 90, the 98. It was just too pingy, and it definitely didn't like the ethanol. Like it liked it, but it didn't like it. You know what I mean? Like it ran clean, but it runs hot, right? And you get spark detonation if you have too high of an octane in a vehicle that's not meant for it, right? Which robs you of power, burns out your valves, and your valve seats,